I am so ready to read the first book by her. I cannot wait to read this book. Hello, besties. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having the best day ever. And today we are going to talk about June releases already. I'm a bit scared because time is going by so fast. And I mean, it's already June. We are already talking about June releases. Okay, let's not think about it. Today's video is a bit different from what I usually do just because I wanted to try this format. I want to sit down and make like a bit more of a chatty video than a formal one. Like talk to you about the books that I'm interested in. I have my laptop here with me and like discuss how I feel about the books and why I'm interested in picking them up. And maybe you would enjoy this format a bit better. So it's like sitting down, chatting with a friend about the new releases, basically. And the first book that I'm going to talk about is Realm of Thieves by Karina Halley. Her new romantasy about two thieves competing for dominance in the illegal dragon egg trade, putting their lives and their hearts in danger. What drew me into this book? First of all, I usually read dark romances from her. I read Black Sunshine, it's a vampire dark romance, and I read A Ship of Bones and Teeth. I have talked to you about it before. It is a Little Mermaid reimagining, dark, very, very dark reimagining, and I enjoyed both books that I read from her. So this is new for me, and I think it's new from her too. I think it is the first romantasy she writes. So I'm very excited about picking this up. Also, this cover, absolutely stunning with the sword and the dragon egg. I'm very intrigued. And also a lot of the feedback that she received on Goodreads is very, very positive. Arc Reader said that this is incredibly unique world of magic and mysteries and a teleporting dog. How cute is that? I cannot wait. I love pets. I love pets and animal companions in books. That I mentioned that before, I think. And heart-pounding action and scorching romance. Yes, I don't know how many books are going to be part of this series, or maybe it's a standalone. I mean, when you click on it on Goodreads, it does not say book one. So maybe this is a standalone and it is going to be adult, of course. So yeah, this is the first book that I'm super excited about. This is going to release on June 10th. Okay, the next book. When I tell you, I am so excited. I can't find the words. I can't find the words to express how excited, how I'm anticipating this book so much. Extremely, extremely excited about this book. I don't know anything about this author. I have never read any book from this author. And this book didn't pop up in my Instagram feed or anything. I had to Google and search for the new releases to find out about it. And when I read the synopsis and when I saw the cover, I was hooked. And I cannot wait to read it on release date. I hope I'm not reading a book. I'm reading a book every single day. But once I finish the book that I'm reading at the time when this releases, immediately going to pick this up. I am not going to postpone it. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to say, oh, I need to read another book. I'm immediately going to pick this book up because it is that exciting. It is called That Devil Ambition by Lindsay Miller. As I said, I've never read anything from this author. Look at the cover. Look at the cover. Look at the snake. Look at that blood dripping from the jar. The books. Look at her sneaking behind the bookcase. This cover got me. And the synopsis. First of all, this is a young adult, so it's YA, dark academia with fantasy, and it is also a thriller. Yes! Oh my god, I need more. This is a standalone, and It says here, this is a thrilling standalone fantasy about the lengths we will go to get ahead. An incredibly fresh, twisty love letter to Dark Academy with a body count. Say less. Say less, bestie. It is said that it is perfect for fans of A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. I will come back to that. Gallant by V.E. Schwab. I've never read it. I want to read Gallant. And All of Us Villains. I never read this book too. But A Study in Drowning, I read it and I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. I thought it was too slow and I didn't get attached to the characters and I got bored. But I recognize that she can write. Ava Reid can write. Like, her writing is so poetic, is so beautiful. So I recognize that. Her writing is beautiful, but just the story didn't grip me. But the synopsis of this book gripped me, and hear this out, hear me. There is only one school worth graduating from, and it creates as many magicians as it does graves. We are following Fabian. He's the last person in his noble line, and his only hope of a good future is passing this elite school honor class. It's only offered to the best 13 students, and those students have a single assignment. What is the assignment, you might ask? Kill their professor. They have to kill their professor to graduate. If this is not intriguing enough, and I would be surprised if this is not intriguing, if they succeed, their student debt is forgiven. However, if an assassination attempt fails or the professor is alive at the end of the year, the students' lives are forfeit. And who is the professor? He's a devil summoned solely to kill or be killed. So it's not an easy task. Yes, absolutely. And the reviews and everyone, like I'm seeing 4 or 5 stars everywhere, and people saying I don't even have the words to describe how brilliant this book is. Turning the last page left me with the kind of emptiness I usually feel after finishing a 4-season TV series. I am so excited and at the same time sad that it is a standalone, but this book, mark your calendars, June 3rd. June 3rd. Pick this book up. I hope it's going to be an amazing ride. I hope it's going to be a crazy ride. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to read this book. The Devil Ambition. And I cannot wait to tell you about it too. So yeah, this one, the next book that I'm very excited about is a very famous anticipated release to a lot of people because it is from a very well-known author, V.E. Schwab, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I'm so excited about this book too. A lot of special editions. All companies. I think all companies are making special editions of this book right now. Bookish Box, Illumicrate, Fairy Loot. Who else? Owl Crate too. So a lot of special editions to choose from, and there is also a Waterstones exclusive edition too. This one I'm so excited about too. We are following 3 women from 3 different timelines, very different. The first timeline, I think, 1532, 1827 in London, and 2019 in Boston. So very different lives. And at the end of the synopsis, this says, this is a story about life, how it ends, and how it starts. This is fantasy with vampires, a little bit of horror elements, and I think it's more character-based, and I think it's going to be more on the slower pace, but I still hope that the story will grip me and that things start happening. also to just keep me interested. And I hope I fall in love with the characters, because when it is slow paced, if you love the character, you will follow them around even if they are doing like mundane day-to-day stuff, because you are gripped, you are just so enthralled by them. So yeah, I hope we love these women, even if they are vicious. I mean, I love a good villain. And also, what made me really want to pick this one up as soon as possible is V.E. Schwab's comment on her book on Goodreads. She said, "After Adi, I swore I'd never put so much of my actual self into a book. And then I went and did this. Stripped down to my heart and bones and built a novel out of it. Everything I loved and everything I wanted and everything I feared." It is hard to process that one day some of you will read it too. And this alone, her comment alone, makes me want to read this book and see what the story is about. And yeah, definitely going to pick this one up too, June 10th. Next book is a book that it's on another vibe totally. It is a book that I am super excited about because the first book was so fun and so good and so hot and everything good. Is Lights Out, the first book. The second book, Caught Up, by Navessa Allen. It is the second book in the series. The series is called Into Darkness. And I think this is a stalker too. I wanted this woman, and I was a man who always got what he wanted. I think it is a stalker too. It is dark romance with humor, I don't know, with a comedy that is so lighthearted in the midst of so many dark things happening. I love these books' writing style, and I love the vibes, and it is like Butcher and Blackbird in a way, that series. So yeah, definitely super excited about this release too. And the audiobook. Again, Lights Out audiobook was a masterpiece, so I'm definitely going to read this book through audiobook too. I cannot wait to hear it. This is going to be published on June 10th too, so the same date as V.E. Schwab's book. The next one is a thriller from none other than Riley Sager. I am super excited to read this book. You know why? Because first, when I read In the Middle of the Night last year, I think it's called In the Middle of the Night, I was kind of disappointed in that book because like every year I wait for Riley Sager's books. Every year I'm like waiting for the summer to come so we get his new release, and I was a bit disappointed because like I didn't go where I wanted it to go. And I mean, it's not my choice, but I thought that it would have been a lot more exciting and a lot more thrilling if it went in that direction. And that's why I was a bit disappointed, because I didn't get those feelings that I usually get from a thriller. But the book before that, in 2023, we got The Only One Left. And The Only One Left, I read it last year, and it was 5 stars. One of his best works, in my humble opinion. It is so good. And from the ARC readers' reviews, from the feedback, I think this is going to be a very good one too, because a lot of people said that finally Riley Sager is back, and I'm super excited that he's back. This is called With a Vengeance. I mean, the cover is already here on the screen. And this is more on the vibe of the movie, if you've watched it, Murder on the Orient Express, because we have a group of people who have been lured to this luxury train trip from Philadelphia to Chicago. It's an overnight journey of 14 hours. And this person, Anna, lured them to this train because she wants vengeance. These people, and it is set in 1942. 6 people destroyed Anna's family, and 12 years later, she's ready for retribution. And she was going to confront these people who wronged her, get them to confess their crimes, and deliver them into the hands of authorities waiting at the end of the line. But some things happen along the way. Of course, a murder mystery would be included. I mean, we're here for that. And a lot of people said that they read it in one sitting because it was that exciting and it was so addictive to read, and that it is super atmospheric. And it is like an Agatha Christie mystery style. I can't wait to pick this one up. This is going to release on June 10th. Okay, now I'm noticing a lot of the books are releasing on the same date. Okay, the next book that I want to talk about is from an author that I loved. One series that I read from them, Maggie Stiefvater. She's the author of the Raven Boys up there. It is one of my all-time favorite series. I love that series so much. She's releasing her debut adult novel that is called The Listeners. This is going to be a historical, a lot of the books are historical that are releasing now. Historical, magical realism mystery. And we are following this woman who started working in this luxurious hotel in 1942. And the pitch says an irresistible heroine, an unlikely romance, and a hotel in a world in peril. And the synopsis for this book is not clear, but maybe it is intended to be that way. But the family that owns this hotel made a deal with the State Department to fill the hotel with captured Nazis. And June must persuade the staff, many of whom have sons and husbands heading to the front lines, to offer luxury to Nazis with a smile. A lot of people are confused by the synopses, and a lot of people said, I'm going to read it anyways because I love her books. So maybe I will wait for some reviews. But from the reviews from the ARC readers, they are saying it is very different from the Raven Cycle. And I mean, it is understandable. This is an adult historical, magical realism book. So it is very different. So yeah, maybe I will give this one a go, but not right away. I want to see more reviews about this book. This is going to release on June 3rd. The next book, it is book one in the Stormweaver series. This is a YA fantasy romance, and it is pitched as Red Queen meets Shadow and Bone, and this explosive start to a YA romantasy trilogy about dangerous magic, forbidden love, and a cutthroat competition for the throne in an empire where crowns are not inherited, they are won. So we are going to have some trials, and this book has very good feedback. I mean, some people said it is 6 stars. We have magical trials between 4 heirs per throne, each representing a different elemental power. I'm personally so excited about this book because I only heard great things from ARC readers, great things. Not even one person said about this book. So yeah, I'm super excited. This is very high stakes. We have magical trials between 4 heirs per throne, each representing a different elemental power. And people said it gave the Hunger Games vibes, but it very much stands on its own with the lore and the magic system and everything, and everyone was praising this book. So I'm super excited about this one. This is going to release on June 3rd. 2. Okay. This is the same date as The Devil Ambition, but I'm going to read The Devil Ambition first. For sure. The next book that I'm going to talk about is an adult cozy mystery thriller. I need more cozy mysteries in my life, so I'm hunting them down as they come out. And look at this cover. Look how cute. It is called Welcome to Murder Week by Karen Dukas. I've never read anything by this author, but I'm very willing to pick this up. And here it says, this is delightfully funny and heartfelt, and we are following an American woman who travels to the English countryside when she discovers tickets her late mother had purchased for a murder mystery simulation in a small British town. And a lot of the ARC readers enjoyed it, saying that it is so lighthearted, heartwarming, and it was exactly what they wanted. And I love these books. I love these books to have this breather in between heavy books, as a palate cleanser, and also as a good time. Just having a good time. I'm here for the good time. I'm here for the vibes. I'm here for the laughs. So this is going to be super fun. I'm definitely adding this to my TBR. This is going to release on June 10th. And talking about the breathers, that's why I need cozy, funny mysteries, you know? This one, Book 2 in the Ravenhood Legacy by Kate Stewart, is called Severed Heart. I didn't film my wrap-up, a wrap-up, not only my wrap-up, I didn't film a wrap-up for a long time now. So I didn't get the chance to talk to you about one of the best series that I read this year. It is going to be on my top reads of 2025 for sure, the Ravenhood series. It is a adult dark romance, and it ripped my heart. I've never cried. I have never cried that much. And I mean sobbing, ugly crying, sobbing, as I cried while reading the Ravenhood series. It ripped my heart to pieces completely, entirely. I would never, ever forget it. I just left such a hole in my heart that I'm like eating these crumbs that the author throws our way from year to year. I hope she continues, because these characters were alive. I'm convinced that they exist. I'm convinced that they are alive. I love this series so much. Again, it is dark. If it's not your thing, you will not enjoy it. But you cannot read this book, The Legacy, the Ravenhood Legacy, without reading the first series first, the Ravenhood series, and then you can read the Ravenhood Legacy. I read the first book from the Ravenhood Legacy also. Let me remind myself of the title. One Last Rainy Day. Yes. I can't. Okay. Yeah. This series is so special. The romance is so unique. I love these books so much, and I cannot wait to read about Tyler's story in this book. And here it says, once upon a time, there lived an ambitious boy determined to become a man before his time. I cannot wait to get my heart ripped to pieces again. And oh my God, this is a 720 pages. Yes. June 25th. If you are in the mood to read about a heartbreaking story, to read about a romance that is it is unusual, all right? It is unusual, but like the story and these characters, and oh my God, I feel like I've lived with them. So I'm going to read everything that this author publishes. Kate Stewart, thank you for the pain. Okay. The next book that I'm going to, and that's why I need my cozy mysteries. As I said, that's why I need them. The next book is a very anticipated release to a lot of people. I want to read it too. It is called A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. And this is a debut. First of all, the cover. We need to talk about this beauty right here, because this cover is so pretty, absolutely beautiful. And it is a debut fantasy romance filled with hope after heartbreak, secrets, and betrayals. As a dancer turned spy, must decide how far she will go to secure her freedom. And I think this is a romantasy with a disabled or chronically ill protagonist. So that is something that I'm very, very interested in reading about. And also here, I'm reading some of the reviews. Here it says also that this has royal court setting and political intrigue. And I love that so much. I love court settings. I love like political machinations and like scheming and everything. I love that, like the game between courts. I think it is very gripping and very exciting to read about. And here it also says that there is a good mix of tension, romance, and discussions on chronic pain. So yeah, this sounds very promising. I think this would be a contender for a special edition too. Maybe Fairy Loot would do it. I can see Fairy Loot doing a special edition of this one. I don't know why. Definitely have this one on my radar too. This is expected to be published on June 10th. I'm telling you, that day, June 10th and June 3rd. The next book is not a new release. It is a re-release in a special edition paperback. And the paperback looks very tempting because this special edition is so beautiful and those edges are stunning. I need a hardcover of this. Jasmine Maas. She's the author of Blood of Hercules, that you already know is on the top of my list of 2025 reads. I loved that book so much. It is so unique. It was hilarious. It made me cry and laugh at the same time. About she's so self-deprecating and she's so funny. And like she finds light in every situation. I want to say she's so good. The FMC, I fell in love with her. I love her so much, and I want to read this. I think it's a shifter romance, and it is reverse harem, Omegaverse, enemies to lovers, shapeshifters, reverse harem. Yes, I want to read this series. It is called Cruel Shifter Verse, book one. And this book 1, is called Psycho Shifters. And this is a trilogy, Dark and Twisted, Cruel Shifter Verse. This has so many mixed reviews, but Blood of Hercules had so many mixed reviews too. So you either love it or you hate it. But because I loved Blood of Hercules, I want to give this a try. Someone said, dare I say I love reverse harem? Nothing really even happened between them, but yet the tension and the plot. Okay, I need to read this. The next book that I'm 100% going to pick up as soon as it releases too, because I read the first book and this is going to be a duology. Is it? I think it is going to be a duology. Fate's Thread, the duology, or the series is called. The first book is The God and the Gomiho that I talked to you about last year. I loved it. It is K-drama or anime with action scenes, a lot of action scenes, a lot of banter. The dialogue, so funny. It made me laugh so hard. I loved the romance so much. I love that book. I love that book so much. The vibe of the book is K-drama, anime, manga. If you love that vibe, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. I loved it. With the Gomiho and the trickster god. And yeah, I love their dynamic so much. I'm not going to talk about the synopsis of this book because you need to read the first book first. But from the ARC reader said that there is heartbreak and humor in one book. And this is genuinely a K-drama and a book. That's what I said. It is, I promise you, if you love K-drama, if you love manga, if you love anime, you will love these books so much. So I'm very excited about this sequel. I don't know if it's the finale though. By Sophie Kim. This is also going to release on June 3rd. Super excited. And the next book is another, as I said, I'm hunting them down, is another cozy mystery thriller, adult cozy mystery thriller. The cover is the cutest cover ever. It is called The Ex-Girlfriend Murder Club. Yes, yes, I cannot wait to read this. This is a laugh out loud murder mystery. 3 women dating the same man band together to get revenge. I am here for it. Bestie, I am here for it. But when they discover his body, they will need to solve his murder before they go down for it. I've never read anything from this author, Gloria Chow. I am so ready to read the first book by her. I cannot wait to read this book. And the reviews, the wittiness, the jokes, the metaphors were so clever. And some of the ARC readers said also, this is giving Finley Donovan meets the other woman with a sprinkling of lessons in chemistry. I see Finley Donovan and I'm like, check, I'm going to read it as soon as it drops. This is going to release on June 24th. And you know when you open a book and here it gives you some suggestions readers also enjoyed and a list of books? I'm going to tell you about another book that is already out. This book already released this May 6th, 2025. So you can pick it up right now because I added it as soon as I read the synopsis directly. Added it to my TBR, and it's also by a very well-known author, Julie Soto. It is called The Thrashers. And this is not a cozy, this is a YA thriller mystery. I love YA thriller mysteries because they are so fast-paced and so fun to read. This cover got me. I saw the cover and I directly clicked on the book. Either you're in or you're out. Welcome to the Thrashers, the elite friend group at New York Helvetia High. They are everything everyone wants to be. Everyone said that this was so suspenseful and so intriguing. And the plot and the concept of the book were so, so good. And they really, really adored their ride with this book. And it is a YA thriller with high school setting revolving around a popular group of kids known as the Thrashers and the dramatic death of their classmate slash friend that they didn't necessarily like very much. We have a lot of drama. I love high school drama, to be honest. There is a bit of a paranormal aspect. We have a small subplot of romance, and it is also fast-paced. And a lot of people who read it said that it reminded them a lot of Holly Jackson books. And I love Holly Jackson books, so I'm definitely going to add this to my immediate TBR too. And speaking about Holly Jackson, her next release, Not Quite Dead Yet, is going to release in July. So next month, we are getting a new Holly Jackson book that I'm super excited about too. The next one that I want to talk about is an anticipated release. It blew up on Instagram and everywhere I turn, it is there. Rose in Chains by Julie Soto too. So, I mean, she writes so many different genres. I mean, from this thriller, The Thrashers, to Rose in Chains, completely different genres. And a lot of people are getting crazy over this book, and I cannot wait to read it. And I'm going to definitely buy the Illumicrate special edition of this book too. I love the character art. This is going to be the first book in a trilogy. It is called The Evermore, and it is an adult fantasy enemies to lovers. A lot of people said that this has Dre Muni, Manacled vibe, even though I didn't read that book yet. I'm a bit scared of Manacled because I think it's going to be brutal. A lot of people who read it said that it broke their heart to pieces, and I'm scared of that. But I'm going to read it. I'm definitely going to read it. It has the dark vibe. This has the morally gray love interest, the world building, the politics, the slow burn. strong female friendships. I love when there are friendships between females in the group. And everyone, I didn't hear a bad word, one bad word about this book. So that's why I decided to get the Illumicrate special edition of it too, because I know like 90% I'm going to love it. So Rose in Chains will be released on July 8th. I thought this was a June release. Okay. So it's not a June release, a July, but July 8th. I'm not going to edit this one out from this video. I wanted to talk about this book. So it is a July book, but the beginning of July is the same as the ending of June. July 8th. I'm excited either way. So, and the next book, June 3rd. The next book is releasing on June 3rd too. It is called Now She's Dead, June 3rd and June 10th. Okay, these 2 dates. It is called Now She's Dead by Rosalind Clark. I've never read anything from this author, and I'm definitely going to pick this one up. This is a YA. I told you I love YA thrillers. This is a YA mystery thriller, and it says, last summer, Sarah Ellis was found dead by the lake, and only Mandy knows what really happened. This summer, she's desperate to keep it a secret. What made me very interested in reading this book is the art reviews. This book single-handedly made me fall in love with thrillers again. This was so well crafted and an absolute nail biter from the beginning to end. Say less. I don't need more. It is fast-paced. I binged it over a couple of days. Very well crafted story, complex characters, and the writing was so sharp, and it was dark and delicious, and I'm looking forward to read more from this author. All of the things, all of the above, all of the things that I read right now, everything is making me really, really interested into picking this one up as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one too. I'm very happy that we have a large variety this month of, I mean, we have romantasy, we have a lot of cozy mysteries, we have thrillers, we have adult fantasy, YA, a lot of historical fiction too, dark academia, the devil ambition again, pick it up. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about this upcoming month. And I really want you to let me know if you are interested in one of these books. And if there are books that you are interested in that I forgot to mention, let me know too. If you've made it this far, leave me the book stack emoji. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, gather around so we can have more fun together. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.